The world is vast. It's gigantic and mysterious. Curious minds have always tried to go beyond and above its mysteries. They've sailed the 7 seas and walked the continents, but some parts of the world remain untouched and unexplored. For better or worse, will remain a mystery because they're strictly forbidden to travel to. None, if not a select few, can visit, but for the entirety of the world, these places are off limits. Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we'll be talking about the forbidden places you're not allowed to visit. Who draws the line for off limits and for what reason? Are they hiding something from the world? Is it a mysterious weapon, an ancient alien habitat? We'll never know for sure. But join us as we go through this list of forbidden places you're not allowed to visit. The North Sentinel Island is titled the most dangerous island in the world, and for all the right reasons. The island falls under the Government of India's administration and is located in the Andaman Islands in the Bay of Bengal. Now, the island itself doesn't pose any colossal threat, it's just that its inhabitants have grown to dislike company. The Sentinelese people, a tribe numbering 100 to 200 people, have lived here for the past 50,000 years, and in the past 300 years have been met by irksome explorers and sailors who've documented a little of their life and earned their anger. Now, if you were to dock on the island shores, you'd be met with arrows and spears instantly, even if you haven't done anything. The Indian government has imposed a 5 nautical mile off-limit area around the island under the Andaman and Nicobar Island Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act of 1956. And the Indian Navy monitors the island to keep curious minds away. Primarily because contact with the outside world humans can expose the Sentinelese to disease and harmful germs, which may kill them entirely. Honestly, the name Doomsday Vault of Norway and its look from the outside is pretty damn cool. You'd think this vault, located on some snowy, secluded mountainside, would hold something like hidden weapons or some alien tech. Well, I'm sorry, I'll have to spoil your excitement. The vault holds seeds. Seeds from around the world, from all regions of the world, are kept safe inside this vault that's located between the North Pole and Norway in Spitsbergen. It's 9,300 seed types of various food crops, and nearly 1 million food types are stored there to protect from gene destruction and loss of genetic material for various food crops. The vault's location keeps it away from the outside world's politics, thereby future-proofing the loss of vital crops and their 13,000-year-long history. It's forbidden for people to visit for all the right reasons. The Ludza monument was built in 1981 to house the Bulgarian Communist Party. Standing atop a bald hill covered by forested gorges and rolling mountains, this UFO-looking monument is also called the Ludza UFO. It was abandoned in 1987 and now displays a sorry state. In recent times, it's been a target of heavy vandalization and erosion and has become a dangerous place to set foot in. That is essentially why it's off-limits. Guards are stationed to keep people from entering, not that you can enter with the huge chunks of stone and metal plates on the doors. While Venice is one of the world's most traveled tourist locations, one of its islands, Pavoglia, remains empty and haunted for the past 100 years. The island is kept off-limits following a history that looks like it came straight out of a horror movie. Pavoglia was once just another busy city in the 1500s, but had to be evacuated because of war. It remained empty, and then in 1645, a fortress was built there to guard against enemy attacks. From 1793 to 1814, the whole of Pavoglia was used as a quarantine station and storage of weaponry. It remained empty for another 100 years or so until the island's buildings were converted into a mental asylum in 1922. This mental asylum became the center of various gruesome deaths, and in 1968 the island was left alone. The government allows filmmakers to document what remains of the island's legacy, but the general public is strictly forbidden to go there. Spooky. This island is aptly named Snake Island. With an estimated 4,000 snakes on its land, the island is strictly kept off-limits for all. It's located some 22 miles away from Brazil's coast and hosts one of the world's deadliest snake species, golden lanceheads. One bite from this scary boy can finish off a human adult in an hour. Believe it or not, people once used to live here. A watch house, which is currently manned by the Brazilian Navy, stands at the islands near the center. It was once the home of a family, who of course didn't make for long lives as snakes crawled in from their windows and left nothing behind. The Mezgari in Russia is literally a ghost town. The town, which used to be known as UFA 105 in Beloretsk 16, was founded in 1979 and gained its current name in 1995. Widely considered to be a construction project started in the 70s, a time when the USA was directing its nuclear power at the Soviet Union's leadership complex, this town is thought to be a repository for food supplies, Russian treasures, and even a nuclear bunker for Soviet Union officials. But from what we know about Russia, no one knows for sure. Newly formed islands are widely loved among scientists, and this particular island is one of them. The Surtsey Island came into being 4 years after the volcanic eruption in the southern part of Iceland in 1963. The island is 1 square mile and named after Surt, a Norse mythology character. Seeing it as an opportunity to study a newly forming ecosystem, only scientists are given permits to set foot on it. In times of war, only the elites know where to find shelter. Built at the time of the Cold War somewhere in the Blue Ridge Mountains, this facility, named Mount Weather Emergency Operations Center, can host up to 2,000 people, but is mostly hosted government top officials and their lackeys. This place has a 600,000 square foot underground facility and FEMA complex above ground. It also has its fire, police department, TV and radio station, mainframe computers, and top-level security, which only the elites are permitted to pass through. Another island that's closed off from people is Grunhard Island. The British government used the island as a testing facility to test biological weapons, particularly the Siberian Plague in the 1940s. Under one such experiment, it was discovered that anthrax had spread over the island's territories, thus rendering the island uninhabitable. Even after years of cleaning, the island is still considered uninhabitable for another 100 years. Entering the Queen of England's bedroom is a criminal offense, though it once wasn't. In 1982, just another civilian, Michael Fagan, crept into the palace and entered the Queen's bedroom. Though he was eventually captured and was let off the hook easily, this one instance called the government of England to tighten up the laws, so they did it in 2007. Since then, none have been able to enter the Queen's bedroom, and surely wouldn't. Nicknamed the world's largest grave with remains of more than 6 million people, these catacombs beneath the city of Paris are surely visitable, but not all of it. Also called the Empire of Death, these catacombs have areas guarded by gates that no one is allowed to visit. We can only imagine what lies behind them. Great, another island. This island is only off limits for foreigners, all due to a promise made by its original owner. Kamehameha v. Nahau Island, currently owned by the Robinson family, is located in Hawaii and is inhabited only by its indigenous folk under a promise made that restricts outsiders to settle there. With that, we've reached the end of our list. If you liked the video, give it a fat thumbs up. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.